everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is May, and today I wanted to go over the handbags that I have been gifted and how they are holding up. Now, before we get started, I want to take a quick second to say thank you to all of you, because this is all possible because I have all of you here. The fact that you interact with me, the fact that you follow my YouTube channel, the fact that you give me a thumbs up, that you leave me comments, all of that makes it possible for certain brands to reach out and want to work with me in order for me to share my opinion with you guys and kind of bring a little bit more awareness to the brand. Let's get into the first piece, and it is going to be, unfortunately, one that I haven't used at all, to be honest. So that is going to be my RSVP Munchkin bag. I was sent this bag, I want to say about a month to a month and a half ago. I did know that by choosing this color, it was going to be a color that I wanted to have in order to incorporate during the fall and winter season. But you guys, I have high hopes for this piece. Honestly, the construction of this piece is very impressive. It is a piece that I believe it's under $600 or $500. I love the concept behind the handbag. They basically go ahead and release their pieces in 500 units, and then once they're gone, that specific combination is no longer available. This specific color is currently not available on the website, but I love that I have such a unique piece in my collection. I really like the style of this handbag. This is like a go-to for me, a top handle, a crossbody strap, and a sort of flap style. It does have magnetics here, and the magnet is pretty strong, to be honest. Like, you guys can hear that. The leather of the bag feel very sturdy. You do have, in this one in particular, the leather outside is a grained sort of coated leather. As you can see, I was like scratching there and there is absolutely no wear whatsoever on the piece. I think that this is a bag that you can even wear, and like if it rains or if it snows, you don't have to have any sort of concern with the piece wearing. The interior, keep in mind, it is a mini sort of small handbag. Even though my phone does fit, I do have to sort of maneuver it at an angle. I have the iPhone 15 Pro Max. If you have a smaller phone, then I think it'll fit more comfortably inside. You also have a little slip pocket in the back. I personally see myself wearing this one as a cute little top handle, just because the shape I feel is so chic and so elegant for like maybe dinner dates or some holiday events. However, you do have a adjustable crossbody strap, which I had mentioned, and it does come in the same color of the handbag. It does have a few adjustments as well for you to play with, so I'm glad that they thought about that option and added it for this particular piece. Overall, I'm sorry I can't give you more feedback as to how it's been wearing. But again, just from the feel of the leather and like the construction of the bag, it is a very classic style of a handbag, so I know it'll work for me. And the fact that it is kind of like that coated leather, I definitely feel like she would wear really well, which is gonna lead me into another one that I do have, that I have used, and I definitely want to touch up a little bit more on the topic of the coated leather. Okay, let's talk about my Perza Wang Madison tote. And you guys, this piece, honestly, I am so surprised. So again, this was one of those that Perza Wang actually reached out to me, asked me if I wanted to pick out a couple of things from their website and they would send it over. I was like, sure, why not? Free shopping spree, I'm here for it. Back to the whole sort of coated leather situation. And from the research that I have been doing, coated leather sort of has like an additional finish on top of the regular leather that you do have on your handbag. Personally, I honestly think that a coated leather handbag will last you a lot longer than a typical sort of raw leather handbag, if we can call it that, because you have kind of like that extra layer of protection. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. If you guys have had any handbags that sort of had that coated leather finish, how has it worn over time? I would love to hear your feedback. I know a lot of brands have this option now in a lot of their handbags. Actually, a lot of my Polen pieces have that sort of like coated leather feel. Where is she? So here is my number one from Polen, and this one is actually a couple of years old, but again, you kind of have like that sort of coating over top, which makes the leather, in my opinion, a lot more durable. Even if it hits something or if you scratch it by mistake, I don't think that you will see the damage as quickly as you would in like a very soft, supple leather kind of handbag. For example, the horse doesn't have that coated leather option on it. You can definitely feel when you touch this leather that it's just kind of like a very mushy sort of leather and material. So for that reason, it is a pebbled leather, so you will be able to hide those scuffs and marks a lot better. But for that reason, I do feel like you don't have that additional protection. So it's really up to you and what your preferences of leathers are. Again, I feel like if you're gonna have a bag in your collection that's gonna be like a workhorse bag, having that extra layer of protection is definitely a plus. We all know that Louis Vuitton also offers their coated canvas pieces. So this is a fabric sort of material underneath, and then they add that layer of, you know, coat over top, so it makes it a lot more durable. If it does have a scuff, it's not going to show as easy as if this piece was just a very nice soft leather piece. Hopefully that makes sense. But back to the PARISA WANG Madison tote, I am very impressed with how this bag has worn. This was one of those that when I received it, I definitely switched all my stuff into it and I started using it. I love the color of this piece. It's a very me color. It's a very easy color for me to be able to incorporate in my wardrobe. Not like, unfortunately, the RSVP, which I have over here. Not like the burgundy one, where I do feel like I have to pick and choose the outfits that I wear in order to incorporate this particular piece. So since I did wear this one often, I was able to tell whether or not it was wearing. And you guys, this bag looks absolutely incredible. It has no wear whatsoever. There's no scuffing on the corners. Even if it doesn't have feet at the bottom, there is still no wear whatsoever at the bottom. You do have a sort of grained effect to the leather, but again, that additional coat that it provides, I feel like makes all the difference. Then you do have this little flap over top, which honestly can be a little bit fussy at times. It reminds me of the Dior, I think it's the Lady Dior bag. And that's one thing that I definitely don't like about that bag, aside from other things, but it definitely reminds me of that every time that I use this piece. It is a magnetic closure sort of flap, so you do have, again, a very strong magnet, and then once you pull it out, it is very easy to like get in and out of. The fact that these little sangles actually come out, you could also extend the bag to make it a lot more spacious and be able to get your things in and out of very, very easily. Inside, it is a fully leather lined bag that for the price, again, very surprising, very well made. It is a really nice quality handbag in my opinion. You do have a zipper pocket in the back, and then you have a slip pocket in the front as well. But I loved using this bag just simply because I was able to put so many of my things in here and not have to downsize one bit. But at the same time, it's such a chic little style that I really enjoyed incorporating it. Obviously, I added my nugget into my collection, my Birkin 25 in the gold color. And being completely honest with you guys, for the occasions that I was using the PARISA WANG, which was either like those kind of like lunch dates or a little bit of a dinner date, or if I was just going out somewhere where I wanted to carry a nice bag, I'm gravitating more towards the Birkin, which is definitely filling that same sort of space. So I am not using this bag as much as I was when I first got it. But with all the use that I did give it when I first got it, I am very impressed at how well it's held up. One thing that I do want to point out that the RSVP actually does not have, and I really appreciate from this piece, is that the crossbody strap option here has two little hooks. So you do have the one where the top handle attaches to, and then you have an additional little loop for you to put your crossbody. I think that is key when it comes to having a crossbody option on a handbag. As you can see, the RSVP one doesn't offer that. But why do I think that's so important? Honestly, I feel like in the loop that you have the top handle, if you also hook the clasp for the crossbody, that's gonna ultimately cause damage on the leather strap that you're using as the top handle, in my opinion. I have actually talked to a few of you who have had something like that happen in other pieces that don't offer the additional loop. So I think that that's something that these handbags, if they are going to offer us a option for a crossbody, should definitely take into consideration and add into the design of the piece. Hello, this is actually a couple days later. I was editing that video, realized that I missed a bag, the Oleada Wavia bag. Now, I am going to do a small little kind of surprise giveaway with this bag. I figured I wouldn't announce it, I wouldn't put it in the title. My real viewers, the ones that really enjoy my content, will get to this part. So I was trying to think of what you could possibly put in the comment section, hopefully to not attract too many bots. We know that giveaway videos can be a little bit iffy with people creating fake accounts. So I think we can go ahead and enter the word coffee, and then go ahead and leave whatever other comment you wish to leave. Of course, make sure that you are following me, because I will post it on the community page once I have picked the winner. So make sure that you are following me, one, and then second, in a comment, first thing you're gonna type is coffee, and then leave whatever comment you want to leave. Hopefully that will give me an idea and I'll be able to go ahead and choose a winner from there. I'll go ahead and ship out the bag. I'm gonna leave it open for a period of 2 weeks, and then this bag currently only comes with the dust bag. So it's just the bag and the dust bag. I no longer have the box that it did come in. So now that we kind of got that little surprise giveaway out of the way, let me go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit about this bag. Again, this was a brand that reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try out one of their pieces in order to share with my audience. And to be completely transparent and completely honest, I chose this bag just because I felt it would be helpful to give you all a better idea of what the brand stood for. It wasn't a bag that I knew that I was gonna use often, simply because I work from home. When I travel, I don't travel for work, so I never need to carry my laptop with me. However, I felt like the idea behind Oleada, which is that of being able to curate certain handbag styles that work best for the corporate woman, I felt like a bag like this would be ideal to share with you guys. They do have smaller options, which is probably what I would have ultimately gone for. However, as I said, I wanted to make sure I chose something that I can give you guys a thorough review and that I thought many of you would actually be interested and would actually consider as a work bag. So this bag right here does have a flap opening, as you can see, and in the interior is very nicely laid out. I have a full review video, so I'll make sure to leave that link down below in case you want to dive into that. It has a pocket for you to slide in your laptop. I believe the largest laptop that this one fits is a 13-inch or a 15-inch. I'm not too sure, but I'll pop it up on the screen. And then it has some other compartments. The interior is kind of like a felt-like interior, very nice. It is a very well-made bag as well. And then, as I said, she basically wants to make sure that she provides bags that are versatile enough where you can use if you are traveling. So it also has this luggage strap right here in order for you to put on your carry-on or your luggage piece. So she really thought through the design of the bags that she creates for the working or corporate woman. Now this one also, you have the option of having it top handle like this, but you do have this strap which you can extend and it becomes a shoulder strap. Or if you are going to school, or if you just enjoy carrying a laptop overall, you can also carry this as a little book bag. So I really appreciate that she gave us like a nice variety of ways in order to use this bag. Guys, it is in immaculate condition. I mean, it's held up very well. However, I haven't been the correct candidate to really put this bag to the test, simply because, as I mentioned previously, I work from home, so it's not been one that I've really gravitated to. I've been playing around with the fact of doing something with this bag for a little bit, and I just thought, you know what, if I'm gonna mention it in this video, might as well and just do like a surprise impromptu giveaway and hand it over to one of you guys that supports me here and watches me here. This one is not as coated as I would say the other ones that I've mentioned today. You could definitely still feel a little bit of softness in the leather, but I do feel like it is a very sturdy leather that will definitely wear nicely. And I think that she was intentional with the leather that she chose because of how you're supposed to be using this bag. And I really like that they went ahead and did the glazing in the same color of the handbag. I feel like it just pairs and like matches really nice, and also makes the bag a little bit more luxurious, especially as a work bag option. Once again, I'll make sure to summarize the details of the giveaway in the description box so you guys can make sure that you enter correctly. And as I said, it will be open for a 2-week period once this video is released. Okay, and getting into the last bag that was gifted to me, and that is the Basile Lupa Apollon. I unboxed the piece. I used it for about, I think it was like 3 weeks to a month, and then I did a review video kind of sharing with you guys my thoughts. That is something as well that I really like to ask the brands for me to be able to do, just because I don't think that I can give you an honest recommendation just by unboxing a piece and telling you, yes, it's great, go ahead and add it. I feel like once you start using a piece is when you're kind of able to pinpoint the good and the bad from the piece. Now, in that review video, I don't think I had a lot of negative to say, because I honestly don't feel like there is a lot of negative to say of this piece. It is a very classic style. I feel like it's very reminiscent to the pochette métis in a way, where you do have sort of like the 2 little sections. The compartments inside are very generous. It's not a bag where I feel like you have to downsize at all in order to fit all of your essentials in here. I will have to say that the interior lining is like a fabric cotton sort of lining, so that takes away a little bit of the luxurious feel from the handbag. But again, this is a piece that I believe is under $500 at the moment. Another piece with that sort of coated material. I do want to point out that the coated material doesn't necessarily make the pieces waterproof, but from what I've read online, it does make them water resistant. So again, it's not a bag that you want to have and that you're going to get drenched in rain or in snow. But if you do have that kind of climate often, especially now coming into the fall and winter season, the spring season, then these are the types of bags that I would say I would like to reach for, just to make sure that it is one that can take the water for the minutes or the hours that I'm out and about, and then I can easily wipe it down and be at peace in my mind that it's not going to damage the leather of the bag. Now, as per wear on this piece, glazing, absolutely amazing. It's held up very, very nicely. The handbag overall is just so well constructed. I really, really like it. I can't speak a lot about the crossbody option, which I did point out actually in that review video, that my hesitation was that the fact that the hardware was hitting right here at the top of the glazing from the flap, I felt like it would at long term probably wear on this glazing. If you do have this piece and you have worn it crossbody, let us know in the comment section down below if you have seen wear in regards to that. Whenever I wear this bag, I like to wear it as a top handle. I just feel like she's so cute. It definitely makes an outfit a little bit more elegant. I also personally love this gold sort of detail that it does have on the clasp. And there is no noticeable scratches or wear on that detail either. You just basically do get like a lot of like fingerprints, as you can see. The only real wear that I will point out that I've noticed is the bottom of the handbag. It's kind of starting to sag a little bit. So I do have the crossbody strap inside just storing it, and that's something that I may just have to end up removing. But you guys can see that the bag is starting to sag a little bit and kind of making a little bit of an indentation. It's not so much in the top one because there is nothing stored in here, but you could definitely see it in the bottom one since I do have the thick crossbody strap in there. Let me go ahead and remove the strap and share with you guys what it looks like when I do take out the strap. And of course, I'm assuming that that has to do with the fact that the interior is that sort of like canvas cotton material. So it doesn't really hold the bottom of the bag too sturdy. It makes it a little bit softer. So here, yeah, you can definitely see how it's gotten like mushier in a way, but at the same time then that obviously causes it to have a little bit of wear down there. Honestly, for me, it's not anything that bothers me, just simply because I don't look at the bottom of the bag, you guys. But as I inspect my bags in order to give you guys a review, I want to make sure that I'm sharing with you what it is that I'm noticing that's different. On the side, it still looks very good. It still, you know, has held up really nicely. As I said, the glazing looks incredible as well. And there is definitely no sort of dents or scratches or anything like that, because once again, you have that very sort of nice coated leather material. The little stamp here as well looks really nice. It hasn't worn off or has any peeling or anything like that either. All right, everyone, so that does it for my review on the handbags that I have been gifted. Hopefully it was helpful for you all. If you have any additional questions in regards to any of these brands, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. Again, I want to take a quick minute to thank you all, because this is honestly all possible because of all you here, all of your support, all of your likes, all of your comments, all of your reshares. Every little action that you take towards my channel in a positive manner really, really means the world to me. As always, I appreciate you all taking some time to hang out with me today, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Bye, everyone.